So I'm gonna go by each nation slash element and how their women typically are, usually based off of personality and proof that we have in the show. The women of the warrior tribe are always strong. Even the women that aren't benders are always strong, and not just in the physical aspect, but in mental. But in moments, they are quick to anger and fast to irritation. Even if it's not a loud outburst, they will be irritated and they will make it very visibly known. And relationship wise, whoo, where do I begin? First things first is to be aloof and seem like you don't care and be mysterious. That's one of the key things to attract a war tribe girl to you almost magnetically.
You have to act aloof, like you don't really care one way or the other.
And if you want a war tribe girl to be stuck to you like a leech, it is trauma bonding. You have to have the saddest backstory ever. Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C. And on top of that, these war tribe girls are very messy and get jealous real easily. So tread carefully when you're messing with a war tribe girl. You don't know what could happen. Next up is, okay, Fire Nation women. The flames inside these women are just as powerful as the flames of their nation. They are extremely passionate about what they want to do and what they want and who they want. But let's get into the relationship aspect in regards to them. So, in previous video, I talked about war tribe girls and how you will visibly be able to tell that they are irritated. Fire Nation girls will physically tell you that they're irritated and smile when it's all over. Now, don't get me wrong, typical Fire Nation women are absolutely beautiful, but it is literal devil advocate which one you will get. You may get this one,
I love Zuko more than I fear you.
or you could get that.
The strongest couple in the entire world. We will dominate the earth!
And they're all passionate, just hope you get the good version. Or they could also be messy like Anji and set you up to get beat up. Lucky Kuzan is Aang. Their friend group is immaculate, and I wish y'all the best. In regards to women of the air nomad culture, we're going to have to base a lot of it off of Avatar Yang Chen because there aren't really much air nomad women that are just walking around because of the incident that happened. But from what we was able to tell from like the flashbacks in regards to young Aang and young Appa, they were very caring in regards to like nature and other people. And as we seen from Avatar Yang Chen, we could tell that they was also very powerful benders as well. And relationship wise, if you read the books, it's very complicated. And in all honesty, it's hard to use Yang Chen as kind of an example in regards to like relationship wise because even the author of the book himself was like he might have intended her to be like asexual. So I don't know what to do with that. But at the same time, air nomads are known for having fun and just having a great sense of humor. Oh, and they are also known for having extremely high levels of patience. And that's also because of their air nomad culture. So in all honesty, they're not that bad from what we know. And lastly, we're going to talk about my personal favorite, the Earth Kingdom women. Those angels from above come in multiple different ways. And no matter who you is, where you come from, they are very accepting of you. Oh, and also they're not afraid to make the first move in regards to you. They know who they want and who they're interested in. And once you're theirs, they will claim you in front of whoever. They do not care.
Seen your type before. Probably sarcastic, think you're hilarious, and let me remember this. Mwah.
Suki!
Because they could come as shy as Jin, or they could be as forward as someone like Suki or Toph. And they could just be out in front of your face and say, hey, I don't care. There's a reason in the Earth Kingdom you see them have like the most kids, and those same women be holding it down. And another thing, no one flirts like a woman from the Earth Kingdom. Even the ones with like the toughest exteriors, personality would change almost completely when they get around somebody that they miss or they like.
Sokka's coming! They missed you or something. I didn't care.
They are keepers. Next up, we're going to describe the men from each nation and basically what their characteristics are like, based on the evidence that we clearly saw in the show. And first things first is the Water Tribe men. Water Tribe men are very charismatic, and they're very charming, and they're very good with their words. And they typically understand feelings and emotions and how to handle them. And they are all, and I do repeat, all have a good sense of humor, which is very dangerous because you know what they say.
If you can make a girl laugh and giggle, you can make that ass clap and jiggle. Indeed!
For you to be in a relationship with a Water Tribe man, you have to be strong. It is not built for the weak. Because I can guarantee you that same Water Tribe man is very confident in himself, and he's going to be very flashy and flirty with others.
And friends.
Hey.
War Tribe men are entertainers. Go at your own risk. Next up are men from the Fire Nation. And some of y'all may not like to hear it, but I want y'all to understand, Zuko was an anomaly. Most Fire Nation men are arrogant douchebags. Commander Zhao, who was arrogant. Ozai, who was arrogant. The guy that hit on Azula and Ty Lee, he was arrogant and stupid. And the kid in the Fire Nation colony school that tried to fight Aang, he was arrogant. A lot of the men in the Fire Nation are arrogant and have a superiority complex. Oh yeah, and Fire Nation men are typically known for abusing their women. And that's if they speak out of turn. So, and you saw what happens when their son speaks out of turn. Zuko is like the 1% upside of good Fire Nation men to date. And even he was emotionally cut off from a relationship with May. Like, can you imagine being on May's side? He was emotionally unavailable. He got everything he wanted, and he was still unhappy and didn't know why. And I'm pretty sure most men in the Fire Nation can't express their emotions either. They are literally more of a red flag than their own nation. Go at your own risk.
That's rough, buddy.
Next up are the Air Nomad men, which they're very chill, very peaceful, and they're very adventurous, and they love to go seek out fun. And of course, they have a great sense of humor as well. And because of their pacifist and very peace-loving nature, they really try not to offend anyone and be very respectful to each and every person that they meet. And they are all pretty understanding of another person's emotion. And they are very welcoming by nature. Rarely ever mean-spirited. And from what we've seen in the series, Air Nation guys tend to be the most fruitful when it comes to having kids. Aang had 3 kids. Tenzin had 4 kids. Almost everybody in the series had 2 kids or less. And the only exception is Ty Lee's family, and that's because she's like a part of a set. And from what we've seen from an air nomad like Aang, once they look at you and lock in with you, he will want you forever. Nobody else. No entertaining anybody else or anything. And they're typically pretty loyal. Now, being a good father, also vegetarian if you're up for it. So the choice is yours. Next up, we gotta talk about the Earth Kingdom men, and based off what we've seen in the series. Which a consistent pattern was, a lot of the Earth Kingdom men typically are kind of classes. Other than that, strangely enough, a lot of them keep themselves in shape. Like, these are probably the most physically biggest people / characters in the entire series. So if you're going for somebody that's in shape, go for a guy in the Earth Kingdom, I guess. But a good amount of them have like a good sense of humor, pretty chill, follow the rules, and basically don't try to step out of line. But sadly, to some people that may come off to seeming like, a nice guy, they basically give off the big teddy bear trope. And like Sokka said before,
the #1 mistake nice guys like you make? Being too nice.
Prime example is someone like Bolin. He would be a typical Earth Kingdom citizen where he follows the rules, have a stable 9 to 5. He'll be a good guy, he's kind, be nice to everybody, and in shape. That pretty much sums up the average Earth Kingdom man.
Hello, Zuko here.
And if you like that video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And also let me know what you think the next video should be based off of. Because like I say at the end of all my videos, I read every comment and I make sure that y'all are heard. Because I'm trying to get to 50K by the end of the year, I would love to have your support and hear more about your ideas. I hope you're able to apply these words in your everyday life. And Lily, thanks for watching. Oh, and a reminder, drink water.
Perfection and power are overrated. I think you are very wise to choose happiness and love.